This is Stadium Steve. Today we are reviewing the Louisville Slugger Museum and Bat Factory in Louisville, Kentucky. I highly recommend visiting this museum if you're in the Cincinnati, Louisville, or Lexington, Kentucky area. As most baseball fans know, Louisville Slugger is probably the most prestigious bat brand in the majors and is probably the longest existing manufacturer of bats. They've been making bats since 1884. And as you can see here, once you enter the museum, there's a giant Louisville Slugger bat that you can take a picture with and see. Once you get inside the museum, here is the corridor. Okay, as you pass through the corridor on the left-hand side, you can actually buy tickets to the tour of the museum and how they manufacture bats. Obviously, the tour is the highlight of the museum. And the good thing is that when we went in, there was virtually no line. So you can actually get a tour fairly quickly. Here is kind of the main part of the museum. As you can see, there are many statues of various major leaguers who have used Louisville Sluggers throughout their career, including Jackie Robinson and Babe Ruth. There are also a lot of bats that have been manufactured for major league players. And here's a list of all the bats. You can actually hold a bat that has been used by a major leaguer. They're not game-used bats, but they are bats manufactured for those players. And that has turned out to be one of the highlights of the museum. And as you can see here, this is Babe Ruth's bat. Once you're inside the actual factory, we aren't allowed to take very many pictures. So here's little snippets of what you see, including the pieces of wood that are ultimately formed into the bat. And you can see that there are major leaguers' names, including Kyle Schwarber, Kristen Yelich, amongst others, that these will ultimately turn into their bats.
Place in the world where you'll see these automatic hemp tracer lathes used for making bats. They were produced in Germany and are no longer.
Since our tour started rather quickly, we were only able to hold Babe Ruth's bat before going on our tour, but now here we are holding Johnny Bench's bat. And you can see here is the list of all the players along with their bats that you will have the opportunity of holding if you come to the factory. Okay, while at the factory, you also have the opportunity to take batting practice using a major leaguer's bat. I had the opportunity to use Johnny Bench's bat to take batting practice. Something that a lot of players will realize that using a wooden bat is far, far different than using an aluminum bat, as you can see here. And a lot of it is with the weight distribution. Even if you have the same length and same ounce, these bats feel a lot heavier, as you can see here. Okay, here we are switching to an aluminum bat that is more his size in terms of both lengths, ounces, and feel compared to his normal bat. And you can see here the results are far, far better. Okay, that concludes my brief synopsis of the Louisville Slugger Museum and Bat Factory. I highly recommend visiting this factory if you are a baseball fan and if you're in the Cincinnati, Louisville, Lexington area. We came here to see a Cincinnati Reds game. If you tuned into my video for that stadium, we ended up coming here, and this turned out to be probably the highlight of the entire vacation. So highly recommended to visit here.